to a Robin Banks Productions, baby.
Yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. Move the sticks, first down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the balls, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. When you done, yeah. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. When you done,
yeah, you know what it is, baby. It's your host, Filthy Rich, man, and right here is the Underground Sports Show, baby. Yeah, call into the show, talk your sports, talk your shit, man. 412-407-2744. Definitely do that, man. Hey, look here, man. We got a big show for y'all today, man. Week 13 game day show, man. You know how we do on the Underground Sports Show, man. We're going to be talking fantasy, we're going to be talking betting, and we're going to be talking everything about football, man, because you know how I get down, man. It's the Underground Sports Show. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. You know what it is. What's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? 11:15. Had to get a little late start, but I'm here, baby. I'm here. It's your boy, Filthy Rich, the Underground Sports Show. And you know what it is, man. Call into the show. Talk your sports, talk your shit, man. It's time, man. It's game day, man. We ain't messing around. You know what I'm saying? Got my Steelers in the back, because you know what it is, man. You know what it is. Now, it's one of them days I hate, man. I hate the 425 games, but that's okay. We still going to dig in. You know what I'm saying? I'm so used to doing the show and then jumping right into the Steeler game. But, you know, that's cool. We're going to have to find something else to watch. And we good with that. We definitely got something else to watch at 1 o'clock for sure. Now, it's been a wild week of football already, man. Back to the Thursday games, back to college yesterday, and Thursday college games, and all that good stuff, man. You know, Black Friday, we had it all. You know what I'm saying? It's the holiday. So, you know, it's going to keep going, you know? Hey, it's the Underground Sports Show, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely holla at me in the chat. I don't even got my chat up. Tripping. There we go. Hold on. Yeah, so once again, man, hey, it's the Underground Sports Show, and just get into it. Let's get into it. Hey, somebody already in the chat in here. What's up, Nick? What's good with you? All right, so y'all see my question of the day, man. Let's just start there, man. Is Mike Tomlin truly invincible? Is Mike Tomlin invincible, man? Because what? Mike Tomlin's on the hot seat, right? I mean, we got to admit that. Now, is he on the hot seat with the Rooneys? You'll never know that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as we know, Mike Tomlin is invincible with the Rooneys, right? Never had a losing season, or whatever you want to say, call him Mr. Mediocre, however you want to talk about the man. You know what I'm saying? Some people love that he's never lost a season. I think that's something, if it was me, I would be bragging about. You can call me Mr. Mediocre you want, but you go find another coach that coached 19 years and never had a losing season. Come on now. Now, the problem is that, and the reason he's on the hot seat is maybe because this year might be, you know what I'm saying, his first losing season. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I want to know what y'all think about Mike Tomlin being on the hot seat. Now, we got 6 games left. 6 tough games left. Look like every game the Steelers play is a tough game, right? So, that's another reason the Steelers is on the hot seat, because a lot of people don't think there's a lot of success coming up. Now, if Mike Tomlin lose, I mean, he could lose 5 out of the last 6, right? You got the Ravens twice, who was kind of heating up until Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Kind of heating up until Thursday. You got the Lions, who everybody love, but I tell you on the show all the time, the Lions be lying, so I'm not really worried. Buffalo today, of course. You got Cleveland one more time, who seems to be rejuvenated with their new quarterback in the game. We'll get into him later. So, yeah, these last 6 games, are tough. And can Mike Tomlin lose 5 out of these last 6 games? Or the Pittsburgh Steelers as a team lose these games? It's possible. It's not impossible, right? So, yeah, let's get into my question of the day a little deeper here, right? Break this down. And then let's see. My question, well, not my question, but what I wanted to talk about is my top 5 reasons that Mike Tomlin is on the hot seat, right? So these are my top 5 reasons that Mike Tomlin is on the hot seat, all right? So number 5 is this could be Mike Tomlin's first losing season. And I just got done talking about that, how it's possible that the Steelers could lose 5 out of 6 games or something like that, and we'll be sitting at what, 7-10? That ain't a good look, Mike Tomlin, when you're sitting on the hot seat, you know what I'm saying? Because now you can't stand on that no more, right? Nobody wants to hear Mr. Mediocre no more after that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's blown up. So Mike Tomlin, the first thing you got to do is have a winning season, bro. You know what I'm saying? 6-5, you got to win a lot of these games. You got to at least win 3 games to get the 9 wins. So you got to win 50% of these games to get the 9 wins. 6 tough football games where teams going to be looking to ruin that. You know what I'm saying? You got the Ravens twice, Cleveland. Come on now. Teams going to be looking to ruin that. All right. Number 4 reason Mike Tomlin is on the hot seat. This Aaron Rodgers experiment is not working too well, right? They're not. This passing game hasn't evolved into some huge MVP looking season or something like that. It hasn't. You know, the receivers don't even look good. Aaron Rodgers is hurt. So, yeah, this was one of Mike Tomlin's minuscule moves, because Mike Tomlin doesn't make every move for the Steelers that people think. He doesn't hire every coordinator. He actually hires no coordinators. He doesn't, draft any first round, second round, third round picks barely. That's the organization, the Rooneys, or a lot like Jerry Jones. You just don't know it. The Rooneys are the conspiracy theory Jerry Jones. They know how to stay on the low and do their dirt. Okay? So while you blame Mike Tomlin, the Rooneys in the background doing all the work and catching none of the blame. And that's the point. That's the point. That's just like America. That's why they put a president up there he's the example. He's the guy that takes all the blame, but really behind the scenes is where it's working at. You don't know none of those people in the little courthouse, you know what I'm saying, making all the decisions, yay and nay and shit. You don't pay no attention to them. So yeah, the Rooneys are just like the Jerry Joneses of the world. They just don't run their mouth like Jerry Jones and let you know. So you don't get mad at them. You get mad at Mike Tomlin. But this is, Aaron Rodgers was a Mike Tomlin thing. Has been winking at Mike Tomlin. You know how they had their little, I like you, you like me relationship, come play for me. But at the same time, if Mike Tomlin doesn't have the power to draft his guy or go get anybody he wants in free agency, then maybe Aaron Rodgers was his only option. Maybe that's the only thing the Steelers was going to give him. We all know, as long as you've been watching the Steelers and paying attention to the Steelers are cheap. The Rooneys are cheap. So, how much did you want him to do but get Aaron Rodgers? And I mean, we still above the water, right? Still over 500. Nick in the chat says you spitting 100. Appreciate it. Appreciate it for sure. My number 3 reason that Mike Tomlin is on the hot seat, or the Ravens running down the Steelers, man. Like, this ain't a good thing, man. We was up big time. Ravens was what, 1-5 after a 1-5 start? Now the Ravens, if they wouldn't have lost Thursday, or if we lose today, then the Ravens are right back in first place in the division. And that shouldn't happen. At one point, we were 4-2, looking good. We've been on a bad little streak here, you know what I mean? Losing last 3 out of 4. So, yeah, Mike Tomlin, the Ravens running down on you, man, is making you look bad. It's hard for me to argue this one. It really is. All right. So moving on, my number 2 reason that Mike Tomlin is on the hot seat is George Pickens, man. George Pickens is making us all look bad, man. Even the people, not only Mike Tomlin, even the people like me who said George Pickens got to go, he's making us look bad. But that's okay, man, because in the inside, we know we had a relationship with George Pickens, man. Men out there, you ever had a girlfriend? Ladies out there, you ever had a boyfriend? Or whatever you want to do out here, you know what I'm saying? You ever had a mate and, you know, they look good, but the personality and the things they do and all that is just like, you just can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how George Pickens was in Pittsburgh. Now, he might go, or she might go get another girlfriend or boyfriend, and you're looking like, dang, she still look good. Still look good over there. But what's going on behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? You can't be disrespecting people, not showing up for practice, not showing up for appointments when you got to get your health checked and stuff like that. He was doing all that type of stuff in Pittsburgh, pissing people off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to look at his highlights. Nobody wants to look at when he was quitting on routes, when he stopped blocking, when he wasn't being a teammate. In the chat, Derek, that's what it looked like. Derek says number 1 has to be that defense hasn't played up to expectation, and Tomlin is in charge of the defense. So yeah, let's jump the gun. I ain't mad at you, Derek, because what? Number 1 is Mike Tomlin promised that this defense would be elite. We're all paying attention this year. We all seen it. We all had high hopes, and so did he. But you're the coach. You come out and say that this defense is going to be great, and it's not, bruh. It's not. Now, it ain't as bad as people making it out to be. I will say that. Cousin Nick in the chat says, it's the underground. Yes, it is, cuz. Good morning to you. Derek, for sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's not as bad as people think it is, but you still put that out there in the world. And I seen it. He wasn't the only one doing it. Players was doing it. Ramsey was doing it. You just got to the team. You really need to be quiet. But still, you just don't do that. We all know you talk with your pads. You talk on the field. You don't come into training camp talking about we're going to be great this year.
Mike Tomlin said some things in a very clear voice that will get attention. Here he is on his defense. Oh, wait, we don't have the clip. I have to say it. He said this: we've got enough talent. We've got enough schematics to do big things. We feel really good about the prospects of this group. We got to write that story, but yada, yada, what I already said. Historic things. When I say big things, I'm talking about historic things. That is a high level of confidence from Mike Tomlin.
Yes, it is a high level of confidence from Mike Tomlin. Everybody jumped on him then, you know, and yeah, it turns out that didn't work out for him, man. Turned out that was not a good thing to say, bruh. Because the statistics are not good for Mike Tomlin's defense. Now, not all of them, though. Like I just told y'all, you know, people want to claim this is the worst defense, one of the worst defenses in the league, and some of the numbers do say that, right? Some of the numbers do say that. But some of the numbers don't say that. So you can't always believe numbers, because statistics lie. Numbers don't lie. 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. Keep going, right? Those numbers don't lie. But statistical numbers do lie, okay? And people love to use that in sports, that numbers don't lie. But you really should say stats don't lie, but stats do lie, bro. And, you know, I'm going to prove it to you a little bit right here as I look at a couple stats from the Steelers when it comes to team stats and defense, especially. Okay, hold up. Okay, so here we go. Now, when they rank your defense, they go by total yards per game, all right? So the Steelers give up 364 yards, and they are the 28th ranked team in the league in defense, basically, because they go by the yards, right? But if you watch these games, you would know that some of these statistics are going to be different. Number one, we're only giving up 23.9 points a game, and that's not great, so maybe I shouldn't use the word only, but it is better than our yards per game. It's actually 19th in the league, okay? So we're hanging right around the middle of the league in average points per game, and I guarantee those are minuscule points right there. Those are minuscule points that we're giving up. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the difference between other teams, like the 16th team might be a 1 point or half a point or something like that. You know what I mean? I would just guess. I'm pretty sure. So it gets better, right? We automatically get better when we go to points allowed per game. Now, if you go by to sacks, we're 5th overall in sacks with 34 sacks in the league. And then we're 13th in interceptions, which is more than half the league. So you'd have to be 16th to be right in the middle of the league, right? We're sitting at 13 with 9 interceptions. So what that's telling you is the Steelers are getting pressure on the quarterback. Even though you might watch the game every week and be like expecting 10 sacks or something, the Steelers actually sack the quarterback when you consider all the rest of the teams in the NFL. And the Steelers get interceptions. Those are turnovers. What these stats right here don't show is the fumbles too, and we've been doing that all year. We've been getting turnovers all year. We're definitely plus in the turnover ratio all day, right? So yeah, man, the Steelers are not as bad on defense as people think, though. But it does not look good because of some of the statistics that they throw out there for Mike Tomlin. It just don't look good. Okay? Excuse me. All right, but yeah, let's keep that points per game low. And let's get rid of all this on the screen because that conversation's over, right? My 5 reasons that Mike Tomlin, matter of fact, they're going back up. My top 5 reasons. His first losing season, maybe. Aaron Rodgers not really working. Ravens running down the Steelers. George Pickens is making us look like we should have kept our girlfriend. And Mike Tomlin promised that this defense would be elite, man. My top 5 reasons Mike Tomlin's on a hot seat. In the media, though. Because the media is the one that puts you on a hot seat. The fans are the ones that put you on a hot seat. Your coach can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't even know a coach is on a hot seat. Next day he's fired, like they did Tennessee's coach. You know what I'm saying? Dabo, he's out there. You thinking Jackson's Dart done saved him another year. They fire him. And that's the whole reason we kind of having this conversation, because that job's open and they think that's a beautiful job for Mike Tomlin, right? They think that's a beautiful job. But everybody in Pittsburgh wants to fire Mike Tomlin. Who are we going to get to coach our team? Is our team even an attractive job to attract a good head coach? A promising coach? Which one of these coordinators would want to go coach Aaron Rodgers coming back for your 42nd year? Like, not year, but he'll be 42 next year. Like, what? They don't have a franchise quarterback. It's a mystery. Won't I just go to the Giants if I'm some hot coordinator? You know? And why do the Giants want the Steelers garbage so bad? If he's so garbage, if he's so trash, if he's so mediocre, why would the Giants want mediocre? Y'all saying this will be a great pick for the Giants. At the same time, tell you Mike Tomlin's mediocre. Now, I'm not going to defend everything a coach do, but I mean, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. All right, now I can take this down. Up next on the Underground Sports Show, man, let's get into some stuff we might be able to watch at 1 o'clock today. I'm pretty sure this game is at 1 o'clock today. Let me check out before I dig into it. But I definitely want to dig into Shedeur Sanders, man. Shedeur Sanders last week got his first start, got his first win, got the first win from a Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback in a long time, since the 90s. Was the last time a rookie Cleveland Browns quarterback won a football game, okay? And yes, the Cleveland Browns, San Francisco 49ers, They're set. 49ers are 8-4. Cleveland Browns are 3-8. Do play at 1 o'clock today. So what else is you watching? If you love the NFL, you tripping if you ain't watching this. You know what I'm saying? If you love Shedeur Sanders, you tripping if you don't watch this. If you hate Shedeur Sanders, you tripping if you don't watch this. We've been talking about Shedeur Sanders since Colorado, bruh. And everybody's been waiting to see him win or lose. He's been must-watch TV, bruh. Even when he wasn't on the TV yet. They was must-watching him at practice. You know, so today, going against one of his father's former teams, the 49ers, who his dad won a Super Bowl with, he's got more to prove today. He can prove way more today, because I told y'all last week when he got his start against the Raiders that the haters was going to still be like, well, it was only the Raiders. You knew that was coming. You knew that was coming. Let's take the call from Iceman. What's up, Iceman?
Voicemail, press 2.
It's the Underground. Iceman, you there?
Oh, I'm there. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Got a call from the Iceman. What's going on, sir?
Great topic today, man. Tomlin's always a hot button issue. That'll get everybody calling in.
For sure.
I'm a big Tomlin guy. You know, I've never had. I think that name an elite coach that has not had an elite quarterback. Now you can say Tomlin didn't get Roethlisberger. He didn't inherit Roethlisberger. But since him, we have not had a quarterback. But if you look at Drew Brees and what's his face in Denver now, he's always had elite quarterbacks. All the top coaches that we consider top coaches have elite quarterbacks. So I put that on management. They haven't been able to find one. You don't have to get one in the first round every time. So
No.
I'm a big Tomlin guy, and as far as Pickens goes, what could he have been doing that is so bad that we had to unload him? You're right about the girlfriend analogy. We look so bad right now with what he's doing. And, Filthy Rich, he has not gotten paid yet.
Right.
You know, so he is on, I understand he's on his best behavior. He wants his contract. Maybe he changes if he doesn't get an extension in Dallas, but I expect him to get an extension in Dallas because a wise man was telling me Jerry Jones loves this stuff. That's what he wants.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. And really, Iceman, that's the difference though, right? I mean, playing for somebody that loves it is kind of, he's a little more free over there. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't really do what he wanted to do over there. So he was making, not the mistakes, but just doing immature stuff, you know? And then, you know, I don't know. I've never been fired from the job, but, you know, I would think if I got fired from the job, the next job, I might not go do the same stuff I was doing at the last job to get fired again, though, right?
No, absolutely. And the things that, you heard from, someone that's a physical therapist or a trainer with the Steelers was he wasn't even coming to practice. We all heard about the Christmas game that he was late for or whatever, but, you know, the other stuff, you never heard of any off-the-field stuff. But, I give Tomlin credit on that with, AB. There was always the off-the-field stuff that everything was kept squashed. He was crazy from the time he probably got here. And I think Pickens is the same, but I'm surprised he couldn't. I'd be able to manage him for one more year, I think. Yeah.
I think that was the year before they had already decided, this is the year, you know what I mean? And it was if you're gonna, because see, if you'd have did it for 1 year, more year, and he would have acted the same way, then he would have just walked away. You would have got absolutely nothing. So you had to kind of do it that year. I mean, it's a third-round pick. It looks crazy now when you see George Pickens having more yards than the whole wide receiving core. It does look crazy, you know, but...
And that offense is awesome in Dallas. I mean, they look great.
Yeah.
He has a quarterback. He has a line. I'm not against the Aaron Rodgers thing. I think it's work how I expected it to work. I didn't expect but the whole offense, the way the offense is constructed, multiple tight ends, one wide receiver. I didn't expect anything more than this. I think Rodgers has actually done better than I thought. I thought he would have been hurt by now.
Yeah, that's true. More hurt, yeah, because he's hurt a little bit. Yeah. I think you got a perfect point there, man. I don't think any of us expected nothing crazy. You know, we might have been optimistic, hoping, and we're still optimistic. We're still sitting in the same spot we were sitting at the beginning of the season in our minds, you know, or can we? Can we be better than this? You know, it might be too late though, man. We'll see.
No, I mean, realistically, the Ravens keep tripping up, right? Like, I can't believe it. Like, they have a quarterback, and they still can't win. They can't put it all together. I think that, you know, they'll put it all together.
Right.
Kind of like there,
Yeah.
you know, we're just like barely hanging on. I don't expect anything to come out of Arthur Smith's offense. Like you said, it's very hard to get the ball on one-on-one matchups when you've got tight ends on safeties and D-backs, and they're not elite tight ends.
Yeah.
You know, we got a bunch of. If you put all four of our tight ends together, you got one great tight end. One does each thing great. One blocks, one catches, one run routes, but none of them do all of that.
Yeah. I think Fryermuth's the best one. I think they need to use Fryermuth more.
Pushed to the side, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's been pushed to the side.
Yeah, and that's an Arthur Smith
I blame
thing.
management, not Tomlin.
Yeah.
Management, not Tomlin. They haven't got a quarterback. They haven't got. I mean, we've got multiple first busts on the O line.
Yeah.
Safety can't call.
Go ahead. You broke up. Say that again.
A right guard from Washington. So, I mean, I'm a Tomlin guy. I've always been a Tomlin guy, and I think if I was an NFL player, I'd want to play for someone like Tomlin, and I'm in the boat of, like, what else are you going to get? I'm going to hang up and listen. Great show, and keep it up.
Hey, Iceman, I appreciate you, man. For sure. Great call. All right, y'all. Well, y'all heard Iceman, man. He had a lot to say, you know. He's got his opinion. I got mine, and we got a lot in common, really, with the Tomlin thing, and, you know. But Mike Tomlin is definitely on the hot seat, man. There's a lot more season to go. Even though it's 6 games, it's going to mean a lot more than 6 games for Mike Tomlin, all right? Ill City Sports in the chat. What up, baby? Been listening for a minute. That's what's up. He also says Tomlin could be out like a Bill Cowher. You spoke the truth about Mike. Said to say he won't be a head coach after then this my feeling. Oh, after this, he won't go back to head coaching. However, he could be forced to resign. Yeah. I mean, and that's what the Steelers going to do. You know, they're going to they ain't never going to come out and you're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to see Mike Tomlin fired by the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're never going to see that. It'll be Mike Tomlin has something to say and he'll all of a sudden be announcing his retirement after a season or, you know, something like that, pretty much. Jackie in the chat says Steelers scouts is bad right now. Yes, they are. Not good at all. Oh, we always talking about the last 5 drafts been pretty bad. Or even further back than that. I mean, just think about Kenny Pickett. They tried to get Mike Tomlin a quarterback. My bad, I'm pretty loud. Franchise quarterback, but Kenny Pickett didn't work out. And then he turned into a little nutcase. He started complaining. And that's why you don't want the George Pickens and the Deontay Johnsons and stuff like that. Y'all all know Deontay Johnson was my guy, man. You might have to go back to a long time ago shows. But, yeah, I used to like me some Deontay Johnson. But once you start cutting up, you start being a poison to the team. And you had Deontay Johnson and George Pickens cutting up at the same time. So they cut one and got him out of here and say, maybe if we break this duo up, one of them will do something. So they kept George, who was clearly the better one, and then he kept continue to cut up on his own. I thought George Pickens was part of the problem with Deontay Johnson. Kind of, even though Deontay was older, he was kind of showing him that maybe we can get away with stuff like that around here, can't we? And it was just disrespect to the Steelers, man. You can't. Just like I talked about the girlfriend thing, man. She can be as beautiful as she want, or the boyfriend thing, however you want to look at it. But you know, they can be as beautiful as they want to be, but if they're disrespectful to you, they got to go. They got to go, right? Man. Because Nick in the chat says that's the real question. Yes, that is the real question. All right, we were talking about Shedeur before the call. He got the Niners coming up. Like I said, one of his dad's former Super Bowl winning teams. And, you know, we all want to see Shedeur, but I just, you know, like I've been talking about Mike Tomlin being on the hot seat, and it's the media, and they create a lot of this stuff, man. But let's see how. I just don't really like the way the media is treating Shedeur. I'm really hyped about seeing Shedeur play. I really don't care if I'm not on either side. I don't love him. I don't hate him. I just like football. I love football. I love stories like that. And they made it a bigger story not drafting me in the first round. If they didn't want him to be this huge and that was their plan, it backfired, bro. They made him even bigger. They got him even more fans. They got him even more attention. You know what I'm saying? And they got him even more haters, man. And guess what, man? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Who was that said that? That's T.I. Well, a lot of rappers done said it, but I think he had the song. You know, you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping, right? You ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So all them haters, just remember, you're the ones making them more popular, bro. You're the ones making them more popular. But let's get into how they be hating on Shedeur real quick. I got a little clip right here. Let's see if we can hear it.
Not from you, but Shedeur, not from you, but all your supporters out there say that Kevin Stefanski was sabotaging you. So you just want to start trouble, huh? No, I want to ask you what your relationship with him is.
All right, let's start that over, all right? Because y'all got to hear the guy's question. Let me know if y'all can hear this in the chat well.
Hey, Shedeur, not from you, but all your supporters out there say that Kevin Stefanski was sabotaging you. So you just want to start trouble, huh? No, I want to.
And I love that answer, man. Could y'all hear that pretty good in the chat? I think I'm going to go get my other. Hold on. I got to get Peter Geeks equipment, man. We take a 5-second break. Look, man. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere, man. Matter of fact, we're going to go to halftime real quick. We're going to get back into this because I got to grab this equipment, man. It ain't the same without it. I try to do it without it, but I'll be right back, man. Don't go nowhere, man. It's the Underground Sports Show. We'll be right back with some more Shedeur talk.
I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It ain't over till it's over. Full back, run you over. It's the halftime show. We need a turnover. Pick 6. It's your boy Filthy Rich. Turn me up in this bitch. Hit the like button. That's the right button. Call in to the show if you know something, but you probably know nothing. Not my fault that you're playing for the wrong team, wrong scheme. Strike you out like Paul schemes. It was all a dream. You never gon' win a thing. Nah. Yeah, you know what it is. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet.
Yeah, you know what it is, baby. The Underground Sports Show. I appreciate y'all hanging in there, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the channel for sure, man. Do everything you can do to help me out, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in for show, man. We're going to get into this Shedeur talk, like I said. Don't worry, we got upset alert coming up, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Some fantasy football, and we're going to do some odds and ends, man. See if we get some money today. Gotta see if you can win some cheese. Jackie, you still in the chat, man? You hit that parlay or what, man? You ain't even let me know you hit that last one. I know Alabama won by 7 points or something like that. It's 27-20. So, let me know, man, if you hit that parlay. I need to know. You got some money I can hold. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, back to the disrespect to Shedeur, man. I'm hating this. Let's see what this reporter got to ask Shedeur at practice, Let's see what he got to say. You got to listen up to the beginning and catch it.
Shador, not from you, but all your supporters out there say that Kevin Stefanski was sabotaging you.
So you just want to start trouble, huh?
No,
I swear, man, I love that answer, man. See, now, that's not the answer he expected. And a lot of dudes do the little cookie cutter stuff, and they listen to these reporters, and, you know, they might have answered the question anyway or skip around it. But I love how just Shador just shut him up and said, man, you just love to ask. Basically, you just love to start trouble, right? You just want to start trouble. That's what he said, right?
out there say that Kevin Stefanski was sabotaging you.
So you just want to start trouble, huh?
No,
Right. Who asked that question, man? This is what I mean about the media. And the media in Pittsburgh does the same stupid shit. And most of these dudes don't even be real fans of the motherfucking team, man. They went to college in another state, come from another state. They went to college for journalism, so they got to get a job somewhere. So, yeah, I know I'm from Philadelphia, but I'll go be a journalist in Cleveland, and because I need a job. And they don't really got the love for the team, man. They really don't. They fake. They faked in the mug. That's why you better listen in here on the underground. Not that I'm biased or anything. You don't got to be biased. But asking hating-ass questions like that to a young kid who's just getting his first couple starts, and we already know the conspiracy's in on him. You're like, why are you adding fuel to the fire, asking him directly about if his coach is sabotaging him? Like, what? Like, dog, get out. Miss me with that shit, man. We concentrating on the game. That's some bullshit to try to throw Shador off, and I'm glad he didn't fall for it, and I'm glad he told him to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Now, the one thing about Shador is he grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. Now, a lot of people look at that as a bad thing, and, maybe it could be, whatever. Yeah, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But we all know he's pretty humble for a kid that grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, right? His daddy still raised him the right way, right? And the thing about the way Shador can answer questions differently than other dudes that come from the bottom, we trying to secure the bag when you come from the bottom. You want to make sure you say everything correctly and all that. Shador doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to because he doesn't need this money. He's actually one of the few people that make it to the NFL and actually are just playing a kid's game. It doesn't have to be that serious for him because it ain't about, being buttoned up and making sure I do every correct thing to get my money like George Pickens has to do. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But yeah, so that's what I like about the angle that Shador takes a lot. At the thing he says and the things he's bold enough to say is because he can do it. He's in position to do it. And he does it because he says a lot of shit that you want to say, but you just might not say because you don't want to mess up the bag. And we all get that, man. We all go to work and button up for people, you know what I'm saying? And do things like that to make sure we get what we want. You got to play the game sometimes, right? Shador doesn't have to play the game. All right? But yeah, they asked him questions like that, you know what I'm saying? And they try to set him up. So another way they set him up, let's listen to, this is called the Dogs Podcast, and he's going to break down how they tried to set Shador up in a different way. And you've probably seen a video he's talking about where they show Shador after the game kind of looking like he was showboating, saying, wait till I get more practice. Fool. Y'all remember that little clip? You know what I'm saying? Do I got that little clip? Let's see. No, I got the full clip. But that's okay. Let me let the dogs break it down. The Dogs Podcast. Listen to this.
There's a clip going around social media, you've probably seen it, of Shador Sanders after the game. He said something along the lines of, what you saw here was on 1 week of practice. Imagine what I could do with an entire offseason. It would be dangerous. Summarizing, but that's pretty much what he said. And a lot of people have taken some issue with that and said, man, this kid doesn't show any humility. He's very cocky. He's very arrogant. Like Rex Ryan was saying, whenever you win a game, you need to use the words we and us. And when you lose, then you need to use the words I and me. Okay, Rex. Okay, everybody out there complaining about this video clip. That video clip from CBS was the tail end of a much longer interview. If you have not seen the entire post-game interview with Shador Sanders, you need to go find it. And so after the game, he was, pulled aside by the sideline reporter to hey, Shador, how's it feel to come out here and win your first start and all that kind of stuff? And the first thing he said The first thing he did in that interview was praise God. It's the first thing he did. Gave
all the glory to God and a lot of his teammates too. So, you know, he's talking about that interview and how they kind of chopped and screwed it, which they do all the time in the media, right? We know this. We see it on the news. You ever been on the news or know somebody that been on the news and they interview you for about 5 minutes, but when you get on the news, they only about to show you about to do the last little words you said or the dumbest thing you said or the dumbest way you look. They just had you looking wild. They done chopped and screwed your joint and now you looking crazy on the news when really you had a whole different opinion, but they just used a couple of words you used and it came out looking like, dang, like that ain't really I really wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. But let's go back to another video. This is a whole different video that this is before the game. Now, he was talking about the post-game interview where Shedeur was boasting a little bit. Let's go back to the pre-game. This is a real short clip. This is before the game. The same lady interviewing Shedeur. This is what he got to say.
Shedeur, you told us that this week felt like you were getting back to normal, being a starting quarterback, like you have your whole career. But this is going to be your first NFL start. What does that opportunity feel like in this moment?
Feels good, but we cool, calm, collective like.
See what he said? He wasn't me. He said we. She asked him all about him, and he still went back to his teammates. So to call this guy some type of individual or just because he want to throw up his watch all the time and, you know, do a little showboat, which I said he can do. He don't have to be cookie cutter like y'all want him to be. You know what I'm saying? So, bam. Listen to how she asked the question. It's all about him. Listen.
Shedeur, you told us that this week felt like you were getting back to normal, being a starting quarterback, like you have your whole career. But this is going to be your first NFL start. What does that opportunity feel like in this moment?
Feels good, but we cool, calm, collective like. This ain't nothing to us.
And what do you hope to show against this Raiders defense, your teammates, yourself, and these Browns fans with your play today?
I'm what they've been looking for. Appreciate it.
Now, did he start to boast? Yes, but that's not the first thing he said. That was at the dead end. And what I'm saying is, a lot of times they'll split that video in half and they'll just show the second question without showing the first question or the second answer without showing the first answer. You know what I mean? Where he showed praise to his team before he even talked about anything individual. Before he talked about anything individual. So let's go to that post-game speech. And this is what the guy on the Dogs podcast was talking about. And this is the short where, yes, this is what they showed the world right here. This is what they showed the world right here.
Yeah, Shedeur, you coming in to Las Vegas and not only lead the Browns to a victory, but to your first victory as an NFL starting quarterback. What does this moment mean to you?
He the only way I made it through it. The last 6-7 months been extremely hard. Like, hey, come on, bro. I'm doing a serious interview, fam. That's what's taking over there. But seriously though, like, God the only way I was able to get through it. It was great. You know, the last 2 days ago, we all had like a big conversation in the locker room, you know, just about God and just, you know, our purpose. And I'm just thankful, you know, like, this ain't me, this nothing but God's work. He's the only one that allowed me to continue to play, continue to keep going, continue to do that. You know, it's a lot of people that's not in great situations that you know, don't have everything, but you got to lean on him, you got to count on him throughout everything, you know.
Shedeur, I watched you go around shaking the hands of your offensive linemen, shaking your hands of all your teammates. You said you had the support of the organization as you prepared, and you also put in the work. How are you able to marry those two together and come out with a win?
Like I said, before going into the game, I ain't feel nerves, I ain't feel anything. You know, you remember I talked yesterday, it's like, I did as much work as I can during the week, so, you know, on Sundays it'll be fun. So that's why I was just excited. I love how the offensive line embraced me when I came in that role in here and just stood up none but business. You know, so I'm just thankful that I was able to out here, thankful to get the win for the Browns. Like, you know, my pops here, my mom's here, all my people here. You see all them 12 jerseys out there, it's amazing. You know, I'm just thankful.
Your dad told me before the game that he knew what you were going to do. To have his support, what did that mean to you?
that always gonna be there. You know, even if everything go wrong, like he always gonna be there. So I'm just thankful, you know, that I have both my parents in my life.
All the glory, all the praise to God.
That's what life is about. Just family, you know, keep pushing through tough times. They're the only ones that help me through everything.
Now, you told me before the game that you were going to show this fan base that you are who they've been looking for. How do you think you did that?
I think I showed a couple of great pieces. There's some things I wish, you know, I could get back, but man.
And see, he didn't even act like he had some great game. He knows that he made his mistakes here and there.
A win is crazy. It's amazing, you know. Off 1 week of practice, you know. 1 week of practice.
Now that's the part right there where they showed. That's all they showed on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff like that. And that got circulated, all right? Because most people didn't see this whole complete interview. And that's why I just let it ride. You know what I mean? Most people didn't see this whole interview. I didn't even know about the whole interview until I seen the Dogs podcast. You know what I'm saying? And he put me down with that. So I'm like, that's wild, because here in Pittsburgh, that game wasn't even on TV. I don't know why it wasn't. That game should have been on national TV. It would have got the ratings. I know Browns, Raiders, but Shedeur is box office, bro. There's no denying it, okay? They're trying to deny it, but there's no denying it, okay? But that clip of him just saying, yeah, I can't wait to practice, you know what I'm saying? 1 week of practice, I'll even be better. Whatever he said, y'all know what it was said. But they put it out there like that's all he said. And that's not all he said. You know, so a lot of people reacted to the clip that they seen was like, look at this guy. See, he's all about him. And you didn't even know that he praised everybody but him first. At the tail end, then he gave himself a little shot. I mean, what you want him to be? Like cookie cutter boring? Why does he have to be so boring? So let's listen to JB real quick. Coach JB on his podcast, man. This is just how they be hating, man. This is just how they be hating.
It get dangerous. But it's just a 1 week of practice, so I'm just truly thankful, you know, that everything happened.
More you, more me.
Call for him. Voicemail.
We got a caller in the house. Here we go. It's the Underground. LAB, what's up?
What's good, my nizzle?
Sound like...
What's good, my brother?
Hey, it's all good, man. Sound like I'm on a topic you excited about.
Hell yeah, bruh. Come on now.
Mm-hmm. Listen to me. I'm listening.
Look. Pete Game, yo, you said a mouthful about Shedeur Sanders.
Okay.
So Pete Game, Mike Tomlin should be in the hot seat for not drafting him.
Yes, sir. You didn't even let me get it out, but that's
Carolina,
okay. That's all right.
Carolina, because they thought that Bryce Young was the truth, but they in a hot seat for not drafting him.
Mm-hmm.
Shedeur is about ready to be legendary. Let's put it like that right there. That's his nickname. That's his nickname. When he saw his dad before that game he just had against the Raiders, he saw his dad, and what did he say? Prime time.
Okay.
When he hugged, prime time.
Okay.
And what did dad say? His dad said legendary. He's already, he's set etched in stone, man. You can't make it up.
I hear you.
I'm loving it.
A true Shedeur fan here. And there's nothing to hate on, man. And I don't really understand it. You know, I love to see a great father-son situation, you know, at the top, at the peak. But a lot of people don't like that. I don't know why. It just seems like I don't know, man. I've had some people criticize me over this position I was in just in the hood with my pops. You know what I'm saying? So I know how it can be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know, and on his level, it has to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? It has to be crazy. But like I said earlier, man, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, shout out to the Shedeur haters, man. Shout out to the Shedeur haters. What you think about Shedeur today against the 49ers, man? Is he going to prove himself again? Does he have to win to prove himself? Or, you know, what's the scenario, LAB?
You know what? I'm going to say it like this, Bill. His cockiness is just like his dad.
Okay.
I think he's going to show out and perform.
Okay.
I have a weird feeling that with the rookies that he's working with, he's already came out in a statement and said, okay, you know, my coach is my coach, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to work as best as well as I can with him. So, with that set in mind, I think the head coach, with all the scrutiny that they're giving the head coach, you know, all the scrutiny they're giving him, I honestly think he is allowing him to do whatever it is he wants to do today. And if he does anything he wants to, Shedeur gonna blow up, and people, it's gonna be all over the media. It's gonna be like a damn storm, yo.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean,
he's being real, bro. Dude is being real. He's being real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everything he's answered and every question that he has answered, he said nothing but the truth. He's like, imagine a full season, a full off season. Come on.
That's what he said. And that's what he said.
He already ready for the off season. Come on, bro. Get it together, bro. Get it together.
I love
He's
the hype.
already ready.
Yes, sir.
He don't give a damn about. Right now, what we are seeing right now is just a showcase of what he's getting ready to show us next season. He ready. He cool.
Yeah, because this is definitely the audition. He has, you know, he has nothing really to lose but get better. You know, he might lose the fan base, not the fan base, but he might lose to the haters, and the haters might talk some shit if you don't do that well. But he's just basically, like you said, showcasing for next season, getting ready. There's no way they can go back to Dillon Gabriel and keep going back to the back and forth shit. That shit's going a little crazy. You know, even if Dillon Gabriel, I ain't saying Dillon Gabriel's trash, but as a coach, you need to know how to make a decision. Make a fucking decision at some point. You know what I mean? Right. And just fucking go with it. You know? So, you know, like you mentioned Stefanski and how it's going to make him look bad. That's one thing that'll make him look bad. And, you know, I do think Stefanski needs to make sure that they run the ball today against this 49ers team, though, because I think the offense is the strength of the 49ers, and they need to keep them off the field. And Shedeur is still a young quarterback, man. No matter how much you like him, whatever. This is his second game starting. It's a playoff team. He is at home, and you heard about the weather is going to be ridiculous today in Cleveland, bruh. I heard they getting snow and rain and wind and cold than a motherfucker. So they better run the ball. Go ahead.
I don't think there'll be anything wrong with that.
Well, no, he's coming from Colorado. He'll be okay. But I think that's an advantage to Cleveland. This is what I'm saying. You know, I'm looking at the upset alert part of it to where Cleveland might be able to get down today. You got San Francisco coming from sunny California, and it's going to be raining, snowing, windy, and you on the lake in Cleveland. Hey, bruh, that ain't no joke. This is what you call home field advantage, bruh. And Shedeur needs to capitalize, but what I'm saying is it don't need to be all Shedeur. It don't need to be trying to make Shedeur the hero. I think the coach will be setting him up for failure if you try to make the Shedeur Sanders the hero in his second football game against a playoff team in the fucking inclement weather. You got a great rookie at running back. You got another veteran at running back. You got tight ends that can block and good stuff like that. Run the ball, play action pass, and make sure Shedeur gets his second win. That's what I'm looking at.
I agree. I totally agree with you, my brother.
No doubt. All right, any last words, LAB, before I move on?
Nah, bro, man, it's been great, man.
Say that one more time.
Nah, I said, nah, bro, it's been great.
Hey, I appreciate you calling in, man. You know what I'm saying? We get into the Carolina Panthers a little later in the show, man, so keep listening, all right?
All right, it's what it is.
No doubt, LAB. I'll holler at you.
All right.
Alright, that's my man from NC, you know what I'm saying? Big Carolina Panthers fan right there, big Shedeur fan, obviously. And there's nothing wrong with that. In the chat, Tommy Warren says, yo, yeah, in the house, baby, what's up with you? Alright, what time we looking at? 12:12 already. There must be some lucky stuff going on. I got 12:12, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's move on with the show, man. Let's get into Thursday's games, right? Before we get back into some Steelers stuff, because we covered Steelers beers a little bit. We kind of went over Mike Tomlin, so we got our Steeler wrap on a little bit. But let's go back to Thursday, man, where we got a little help from the Ravens. How did the Ravens get their ass kicked by the Cincinnati Bengals? Well, I seen the game and I seen how, and really it had a lot to do with Joe Burrow coming back, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you still didn't have T. Higgins. You had Jamar Chase, one of the best receivers in the league out there. And yeah, man, hey, Joe Burrow was hitting all them boys up, man. And even without T. Higgins in the game, he marched the ball up and down the field on the Ravens' much improved defense. They were a lot worse at the beginning of the season. A lot of injuries. They came back. They won about 5 games straight, and everybody's hooping and hollering about these Ravens. They were saying even without Lamar Jackson being 100%, just him being here in his presence was good enough for the Ravens. Not on Thursday. It wasn't. It wasn't. Joe Burrow was too good for the Ravens. He was too good for Lamar Jackson. And it made it look, Lamar Jackson kind of look bad, you ask me, man, because everybody knows. They've been saying this about Lamar Jackson forever. If he didn't have his feet, he might not be as good as a quarterback, right? Now he's injured a little bit. How old is Lamar Jackson anyway, man? You know, Lamar Jackson, you know, he's not a spring chicken. He's got a lot of rushing yards. I think he broke the record in that game for most rushing yards by a quarterback already in his career. I mean, he's 28 years old, so he's getting close to 30 years old, and that's when you kind of start to go downhill in the NFL. Oh, I got more in the chat. I think Sanders gets more hype due to his name. If his name was Filthy Rich, no one would know him. But bad footwork mechanics. It looks like work for him to throw the ball. It's not gonna go well. Oh, okay, that's your prediction. Iceman, hey Iceman, you've been like, you know, your prediction has been going the opposite direction, man. So I think you might just be trying to hype him up, man. You be playing like, you know, what they call it, reverse psychology. Sanders beat the Raiders. That's what everybody said. He sucks. Dang. And when it goes bad, Cleveland will get blamed. Not a fan. Okay. All right, Iceman. We're going to see if you're right, man. Because he could beat San Francisco. I don't know if you can keep that talk going. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get into that later, man. Because, you know, we do the recap. And, one of us going to be right and one of us going to be wrong. Now, I ain't going to say I ain't saying Shador is a world beater or nothing like that. But I think he can handle playing quarterback in the NFL. I really do. He's a hard worker, and not a lot of people work harder than Shador. All right, but yeah. In the chat, Nathan says Iceman clearly hasn't listened to Perfect Timing. All right, no doubt. To the song, yeah, I hear that. I heard that. Obviously, he hasn't, man. Obviously, he hasn't. You know, Shador be working out too, man. He's pretty much, a lot of people say that he's a workaholic a little bit too. So anyway, back to the Ravens losing to the Bengals. That was that, man. They just, you know, gave us a little cushion. But if the Steelers lose to the Bills today at 425, then we right back where we started. The Ravens is right back in first place, and we're right back out of the playoffs. So we got to win this game right here to get up on the Ravens, man. We need this division or we're not going to the playoffs. We all know that, right? All right, so other games on Thursday. It was a beautiful Thanksgiving day for football, man. Green Bay went out there and spanked the Lions in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And like I be telling y'all about these Lions, that they be lying. That's all the Lions do is lie, bruh. All they do is lie. They can't beat a good team. They have not beat a good team this year. They beat one good team. It was Tampa Bay, and all the receivers were gone, bro. So, no, the Lions are not as good as they were last year. And they wasn't all that last year. They still choked in the playoffs to the Commanders, bruh. A rookie quarterback. What are we talking about, man? These Lions fans put these Lions on this pedestal that they really, really don't belong on. Maybe I'm early, and I'm not giving up on the Lions like the Lions don't got talent and like they can't win no Super Bowl. I'm just looking at the results from here and back. You know what I'm saying? The Lions don't deserve to be on this pedestal that y'all think. That you could just bet on the Lions and you had an automatic win because they got Jahmyr Gibbs and Jameis Williamson. And then now, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's a great player, he's hurt. He got an ankle sprain. So, I don't know about the Lions, man. The Lions need to worry about the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Don't you worry about the Lions. They need to worry about the Lions and get shit straight because they fuck around and not be in the playoffs. Let's look at the NFC playoffs. Yeah, they're on the outside looking in. As I thought. That's 7-5. So, yeah, they look like Pittsburgh to me. And y'all talk all this trash on Pittsburgh, but y'all would give the Lions all the credit in the world because they got what? Good players, fancy players. They can do fancy plays, and our plays is boring, and we don't throw across the middle. Well, the record's the same, bro. The record's pretty much the same. All right? So, that's the Lions. They be lying. But let's move on to the reason maybe the Lions are lying more this year than ever. Like last year, at least they didn't lie until they got to the playoffs, right? This year, they're lying all season. It's because of the Chicago Bears, bro. And why is it the Chicago Bears' fault? Because they stole their offensive coordinator, who was the hottest offensive coordinator for multiple years, wouldn't leave Detroit, finally decided to because he went to a team that was attractive, okay? And like I said about the Steelers, we fired Mike Tomlin. Who wants to coach this team other than Mike Tomlin? Because most coaches ain't going 500, over 500, making the playoffs with this team right here. Last year, Aaron Rodgers, 2 years, tried to save the Jets. Did that work? Did that work? Then the Jets went and stole our quarterback that Mike Tomlin was cooking with. Did that work? So all this blaming Mike Tomlin and these coaches is kind of like out there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't what you want to be doing. But the Bears bear down on the Eagles in Chicago, went in there and took the Eagles' heart, kind of like the Giants did early in the season. The Eagles ain't been the same since that Giants game. Y'all remember that? Jackson Thorpe's first game starting, Scatterboo's really first game starting. They went out there and shellacked the Eagles. I mean, embarrassed the Eagles on a, Thursday night, prime time, Amazon Prime, and whooped that ass. So the story, yeah, the Bears are here. The Bears are here to stay. And it makes that game, like I told y'all on a recap last, don't worry about that Bears game, Steeler fans. It wasn't as bad. You don't get to fire the coach because you lost a good game to a good team by 3 points when you got all types of cheated by the refs. You got all types of timeouts taken from you for the wrong reasons, you know. And the Bears are just decent. They know how to win. They got 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. They got a good coach, good quarterback, good receivers, 2 good running backs. You see, they ran for 300 yards on the Eagles. And they only ran for 99 yards on us. And I guarantee you would have said the Eagles, and you'll probably still say it, the Eagles' defense is better than the Steelers' defense just because you see statistics. Just because you see 28th ranked defense and not dig into all the statistics that really count, like points per game, like, turnovers. And you think the Eagles are a better team than the Steelers on defense, at least. You know what I'm saying? Or even just right now. Because the Eagles is hurting. The Eagles is looking. The Eagles is reeling. They had a season like this a couple years ago, And when you win the Super Bowl, that's a long year, man. You start to get tired. Look like the Eagles might be a little tired. Okay, last game on Thursday, though, or over the weekend, because that game was Friday. Last game over the weekend, and I think the most important game over the weekend was the Cowboys beating the Chiefs. Now, why was it so important, man? We needed to take the Chiefs out, right? We need to get the Chiefs out the fucking way, so we appreciate the Cowboys. Nobody in the AFC wants to see the Chiefs in the playoffs, all right? Nobody. We just need a freebie this year, man. Just hook us up, man. I'm just representing all the teams in the AFC right now. Just hook us up, man. Come on, man. The football gods, man, just leave the Chiefs out of it, right? So the Cowboys hooked us up there. But the big story is how the Cowboys looked as they did it. Cowboys looked very good beating the Chiefs. It wasn't fluky. It wasn't like any given Sunday. The Cowboys went out there and beat the Chiefs. Beat them in the first half, beat them in the second half. They beat them with CeeDee Lamb in the first half. They went out there and adjusted and stopped CeeDee Lamb, and then they beat them with George Pickens in the second half. So they had good coaching. They had good players executing. George Pickens didn't quit on them. And I'm telling you, if the Cowboys make the playoffs, that's just dangerous. Nobody wants the number one offense in the playoffs. I could care less about what their defense is ranked and all that good stuff like that, how bad they were earlier in the season, which they've got better. Overshown is back. They went and made trades where everybody thinks Jerry Jones is a dummy. Oh, you let Micah Parsons go and you get Quentin Williams for him out of that pick. And yeah, well, it looked pretty solid down there, you ask me, for the past 2 weeks on defense. So they got better on defense, and they clearly have the number one offense. You don't even have to check the stats. You can see it when they play. The Cowboys are lethal. You know, now they had a bad start. Will they make the playoffs? That's up for them. They got to keep it up what they're doing right now. But their schedule makes it look like they can handle that, and they're not really too far behind the Eagles. What, the Eagles are at this point, record-wise, the Eagles are 8-4, and the Cowboys are 6-5, 6-5-1. So I mean, look, 4 losses, 5 losses. That's not far away, man, from trying to catch them. And they just won. They just, you know, they got to beat them head to head too. So we'll see about that. I ain't going that deep to see if they beat them head to head or not yet. But yeah, I'm sure they'll get their chance with 6 games left. I'm gonna just bank on it. All right. So. Yeah, Dallas Cowboys, dangerous, man. So that's what impressed me back on Thursday and all that good stuff like that. Iceman says Parsons looks awesome. Dallas looks good. Trade helped both teams. Yeah, and you know, I said that at the time. This is just could be an even trade. Like, you know, they didn't want him no more. They wasn't going to pay the man. He wasn't making a difference for them. They wanted players that was going to make a difference. They making room, money, financial room to keep George Pickens. So yeah, both teams is winning. Because Parsons definitely looked good the other day, though. You got to give him his props there, you know, for sure. All right, 12:24. Let's look back at college football real quick. Take a quick little look back at college football because I hate to skip on college football because that always create some real good conversation. So, yeah, let's take a quick instant replay at college football because it was very exciting this week, man. And Jackie still ain't told me if he won his parlay or not. He must have lost. He must don't want to talk about it. He only had 1 game to go in a 7-legger. What did you do, bruh? How did it work out? All right, so college football was exciting. Of course, Pitt took that big, huge L against Miami. We kind of all expected it, I guess, man. We was rooting hard, but it just didn't happen. So, you know, everybody else handled their business, though, man, except for Texas A&M, man. Texas A&M, and I knew it was coming. I told my mans at work, like, Texas A&M always chokes. No matter how good they are, they're always creeping towards the top, and they be choking. Now, the good thing about this, they're choking at least, is that they still going to make the playoffs, right? They're still going to make the playoffs, and that gives you your chance, and I like that, man. Team like Texas might have a chance to make the playoffs, and they haven't had a great season all year, but they went out and beat the number 3 team in the country. They started out slow, and that just happens sometimes. Sometimes you got a young quarterback, and they start out slow, or the season don't start right, or you got an injury. You should have time to make up those things, and that's what the playoff creates. So, yeah, that's what's up. Texas A&M definitely choked, as I say they usually do. And look at Texas in the SEC balling, man. Look at Oklahoma in the SEC balling. And everybody want to just act like the SEC is obviously the best conference in football because a lot of draft picks, I guess, go to the NFL. And we have had some boss teams come out of there, but we've even had our Ohio State teams too. Then Michigan took it a few years back, you know, and Oregon's pretty powerful, and Texas always been good no matter what conference they was in, and now they come into the SEC, and they say a lot of teams, if they was in the SEC, they wouldn't be able to bang. Well, you can't say that to Texas and Oklahoma, can you? You can't. All right, Ohio State moving on, clobbered Michigan. That wasn't really worth the watch, you know, a little slow, a little boring. But yeah, Ohio State holds it down as usual. Texas hangs in there. Texas Tech, hangs in there against West Virginia, 49-0. They did their thing. And Oregon squeaked past Washington, 26-14. Notre Dame keeps rolling against Stanford. Alabama got the win in the Iron Bowl versus Auburn. Like I said, Pitt lost. Vanderbilt, Tennessee get it on, and Vanderbilt comes out on top. Man, I like Vandy. Vandy's strong, man. They slipped up and lost too, but yeah, they make the SEC a lot stronger, man. Virginia got out on Virginia Tech. They're ranked number 18th, and that's pretty much it for college sports, man. Everybody else was so-so. Penn State got their win over Rutgers. North Carolina could not beat NC State. Man, your boy's going to lose that job, ain't he? He's going to lose it quicker than he can get it. Yeah, that's it, man. I don't even see Colorado on here. I was going to check that out. See what Colorado did, because all they do is lose since Shador's gone. You know what I'm saying? That shows you how much of a catalyst he was. I didn't hear about Colorado yesterday, and I don't see them on here either. So, yeah. Tom Holiday in the chat says, shit working. I listen to you do your thing. Shit working. I listen to you do your thing. Okay, I'm lost, man. Maybe I read that too late. But yeah, I don't know what I did, but I did my thing, all right? I guess so. Let's see. Where was I going after this? Okay, college. That's the college instant replay. That's that. College football was really good. But, you know, it's almost 12:30, man. I want to make sure we get all our bets and stuff in, man, like that. I had a lot more show to show, but, you know, maybe I'll get into it for the next little 10 minutes or so here. And then we got to make sure your fantasy team's all set up. I did have some fantasy stuff for you, but let's get into some upset alert, man, because today's a huge day when it comes to upset alert. And let's talk about the Bills and the Steelers, because we really haven't done that yet, man. Let's talk about the Bills coming in town with Josh Allen, man. Jeez, man. I mean, tall task. Steelers need to win. You know what I'm saying? But can the Steelers make Josh Allen the way he's been looking, man? I mean, you ask me, it's the coach's fault, though, for having him in the situations he's been in, not giving James Cook the ball enough. I'm thinking today they're going to give James Cook the ball. They had to watch the last two games and be like, maybe we need to stop going through Josh Allen. As good as he is, everybody's expecting that. He doesn't have the receivers like he did when Stephon Diggs was there to be the hero. So bring it back a little bit, man. Make sure you give the ball to James Cook, okay? That's what Buffalo needs to do. On the Steelers side, we need to do the same thing we did against the Bears. Everybody's going to say, what do you mean? Rich put up 31 points. How the hell can we do the same thing? Well, we did some good things in that game too, right? We shut down, as far as coaching-wise, we shut down that run game. So whatever we did to make sure that run game for Chicago, who just ran for 300 yards against the Eagles, we need to go shut the run game down again and make sure it's all on Josh Allen. As good as he is, yes, we want to put the ball in Josh Allen's hands. It sounds crazy, but James Cook is crazy too. We don't want that long day. Nobody wants a long day. You put the ball in the air, you got chances for Josh Allen to make mistakes, man. And he plays hero ball. And you got T.J. Watt chasing him around, Nick Herbig chasing him around. That's what we want. I mean, you don't want it to be Josh Allen, but it is what it is today. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want it to be James Cook at all. So, yeah, that's the Steelers' game plan. Once again, it's been the same thing forever since Dick LeBeau, man. Shut the run down, and the pass game will fall into your lap. You might give up a lot of yards in the pass game. That's okay, because you're in the cover three, which people talk crazy about the cover three. Like the cover three, like the Steelers ain't been eating off the cover three the whole since you've been born, bruh. Since, you know, if you're 35 years old, that's all you know is Blitzburg, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't there in the ugly Chuck Noll days in the 80s, y'all spoiled brats. You know what I'm saying? When I had to watch the Steelers be trash. You know what I'm saying? And when the Steelers finally made the playoffs in the late 80s, we was praying and crying. You know what I'm saying? We was so happy they even made the playoffs, bro. Y'all don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. So all y'all Yinzers crying, you're just a spoiled ass brat at the end of the day. You're a spoiled ass brat. Out here screaming like Debo. You know, Debo's getting the clicks though. You ain't getting no clicks for it. You need to keep it real. But I ain't scared of Debo. I ain't worried about Debo. I told y'all on the recap how I felt about Debo tripping all the time. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that. So let's look at Debo trip out again one more time.
There's Mike Tomlin. We on year 8 without a playoff win. 23 years. Only went 4 years without a playoff win. Bill Cowher, 15 years, only went 3 years without a playoff win. We the Pittsburgh Steelers. We damn sure ain't looking like it.
She.
Everybody thinks that when they put on that uniform, they
just instantly turn nice.
No, it's work that come with that.
Now, You know, he mentioned both. He's mentioning both. But what was the narrative all week? That Debo just tripped out on the coaches, right? And said, called the coaches trash. It was on ESPN. It was on the world news. Saying Debo snaps on Pittsburgh coaches. Well, he's snapping on the players too. Listen to what he just said right there.
You know, it just instantly turned nice. It's work that come with that.
Yes, work would come with that from the players, bruh. You can't just throw the Steeler jersey on, Patrick Queen, and be a Steeler. You're not. Don't work like that. So, you know, let's go to a play, man. Let's go to a play in the Super Bowl where, and this is, I'm gonna prove right here how it's on the players through the same person, through Debo. Let's check out this play right here. We all know this play. We've seen this play a million times, but we're gonna break it down, all right? We're gonna break it down, and I'm gonna see. Oh, let me see something real quick. See where my other stuff is at. Oh, not that. Okay. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. Where is my video? I don't have it. But anyway, okay. I can get it though. And I'm going to get it. Oh, I thought I had it lined up, but that's all right. Let's go to Debo in the Super Bowl, and you see this formation here, right? Now everybody talks shit on the Steelers for coming out in this formation. Let's listen to Baldy on the Steelers. Okay, this is Baldy. Baldy does a lot of critiquing, just plays period and stuff like that. But he's an ex-NFL player. I think he played offensive line or something like that. But yeah, he's going to break down the play against the Chicago Bears, man, where the Steelers was on a goal line just like this, and they just let them run it in, right? All right, so let's see what he got to say.
Things that make you
go.
11 personnel by the Bears, right? One back, one tight end, 3 receivers, Odunze, Zacchaeus, and DJ Moore. On 3rd and 2 at the 2, the Steelers counter with a nickel, 2 defensive tackles. What do you think the Bears are going to do here? Like, they're going to attack those 2 defensive tackles. And here it is. Like, just 2 double teams at the point. They cut TJ with Cole Kmet, and it's a walk in the Soldier Field Park right there for the game-clinching touchdown. Is that how you want to defend your goal line in a nickel? I'm just asking. 11 personnel, is that how you're just matching up on the 2-yard line? Things that make you go, Things that make you go, 11 personnel by the Bears, right? All
right, so that's Baldy on the Bears and the Steelers and how he felt about that personnel on the field. And I'm about to show y'all what's up, though. Because there's a play right there. There's a play right there. Well, let's go back. All right, let's go back. Now, this is the Bears game. This is the game he just talked about right there. He talked shit on the Steelers for being a nickel, okay? First of all, it's 3rd down, all right? And they're in the same situation as they are. Let me blow this up. Back it up, because we all know what happened. Same situation they are in the Super Bowl right here, right? And that's the same formation, bruh. They're in a nickel, and it's 1st down. Now, the reason I'm showing you this, not because it's a great play, what happened, but it was a great coach coaching this team. Now, everybody wants to fire Mike Tomlin and Terrell Allen, especially for being the defensive coordinator, but the apple don't fall far from the tree. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. And as you can see, Terrell Allen's obviously been studying not Mike Tomlin, but him too, but Dick LeBeau's style, and he is in the same formation on the 2-yard line. Because why? They have 3 wide receivers. So why not be in a nickel formation, okay? 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. Why am I not in the nickel? What's wrong with that? Now, let me tell you what's wrong with this play. They run the ball, okay? They run the ball here, But watch Patrick Queen and my man, what's his name? Harrison, that comes from, let me bring this down a little bit. Harrison from Baltimore. Watch the two middle linebackers in there in the middle and watch how they react to this play. Now, boom. Both these tackles get double teamed. TJ Watt from the door gets his ass kicked by a tight end. Does he cut him? Yeah, but TJ Watt, you got to make that play, man. You got to be looking for the cut, you know what I'm saying, and get over him, jump over him, something you got to get in there a little bit. But you just get blasted, kind of give up on the play, you ask me. You know? And where is the middle linebackers, bruh? You got to shoot. You got to shoot the gap. As soon as you see everybody going, you got to go. You're still in the end zone. You're still in the end zone right now. The ball's handed off. Everybody's going forward. TJ Watt's already blocked and damn near on the ground. If you still ain't shooting the gap as a middle linebacker, the hole's right there. The running back sees the hole immediately and goes forward. Y'all, both of y'all running backs should be running into each other trying to get through that hole. Or you should be taking your assignment on the left here and what's his name? You know his name. I can't even get his name out. Patrick Queen. Don't shoot the gap. You wait for the block. He's still in the end zone getting blocked. That's where you started, bruh. That's where you started. You started in the same spot you got blocked at. I don't know, y'all. Am I wrong here? Am I wrong here? It's the players, bruh. It's not the coach. Like I said, Dick LeBeau would call the same formation. But what happens on this play? Debo was supposed to blitz. And you ain't going to tell me Debo wasn't supposed to blitz, because I'm going to let you hear it out of his own mouth. I'm going to let you hear it out of his own mouth.
We got a touchdown. I go out there to check on him. I said, James, are you all right? He said, I'm tired, boss.
It's a max blitz.
It's a max blitz.
Outside of the tackle.
It's a max blitz. I'm supposed to blitz outside of the tackle. If you can hear that.
I'm supposed to blitz outside of the tackle.
Okay. That's James Harrison saying he's supposed to blitz on this play that Dick LeBeau called. If he listens to Dick LeBeau, this play is a failure and it's a touchdown for the Cardinals. If you've never seen a play, let me just run it. I can't believe you've never seen this play before. There ain't no way. If you're a Steeler fan, you ain't never seen this player. If you're a football fan, this is in the Super Bowl. And he's supposed to blitz everybody. He calls an all-out blitz. And he instinctively says, nah, man, if I blitz, I ain't going to get there. Let me just protect the pass a little bit in case my man try to sneak one in on me. And that's exactly what happens. And the rest is motherfucking history. No bigger history than this. James Harrison down the sideline. If it wasn't for this play, if it wasn't for the player, that's why they say make a play, because players make plays. That's where the word come from. Make a play. The players make plays. Can't always depend on a coach to win a game. A coach don't win games. A coach can only lose a game. Players win games. So today, the Steelers players got to step up if they want to beat Buffalo. They got to be better than Josh Allen. They got to be better than James Cook. They got to be better than the man in front of them trying to block them. Instinctively, you got to know what's going on. And if anybody can change the play on a goal line at that point, only the middle linebacker can do it. If he sees something that ain't right, the coach can't change it at that point. What are you talking about? The audible has to be done by a Ray Lewis type of field general, bruh. That's why it made Ray Lewis so good, man. He's changing that play on the field. He don't need no coach. So, yeah, man. Got to stop blaming coaches, y'all. And look at players more. You really do. Really do, man. But, yeah, that's it for my little rant on Debo. Even Debo is kind of wild for blaming the coaches, man. I ain't worried about Debo, man. We get deeper. We can do whatever, Debo. You know what I'm saying? We can do whatever. I ain't worried about no Debo at all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about Debo. Why would I be worried about some Debo? know what I'm saying? I got this, bruh. Any given Friday, we could do this, Debo. You know what I'm saying? Because you win some, you lose some. That's all the Bears game was. You win some, you lose some. It's okay, but the players got to step up. Come on, son.
Have you seen my shit?
Come on, man. Y'all ain't learned y'all lesson from Friday.
Protection.
What you need that for?
Protection.
What you need them coaches for?
Protection from who? Yeah, Smokey. I got to walk Smokey down to his house. Oh, man. Your mother and I never would have moved in this neighborhood if we had known you needed a gun to walk down the damn street.
Need a coach. The coach Shields in the game. Tell you what to do.
Oh, son, that's not the way it is. You kids that did nothing but punks. Sissified. So quick to pick up a gun. You're scared to take an ass whipping. This will make you a man.
Yeah, man, get out there and play, baby. That's what makes you the man. Get out there and play. Make a play. What they say to Palomalu, man? What they say to Palomalu? What are you doing, Palomalu? Why are you over there? Because I'm making this play over here. I'm making this play. Web Slinger in the house says, I love it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chase also in the chat. 44-28 Bills. Let's see if you could be wrong again. Iceman, I like it, man. Bad weather coming, man. Yeah, I heard Cleveland's going to be way worse than us. Cleveland's going to be way worse than us. All right, man. Oh, I got 15 minutes left. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes and just do, I didn't get the upset alert, but let's see who I got on upset alert because I got to make sure my fantasy's right, man. I don't even want to end the show. I ain't going to lie. Steelers don't play out one, but there's too many. They got 7 games on upset alert today, man. Texans play the Colts, man. Texans is 6-5. Colts is 8-3. The Rams is 9-2 versus the Carolina Panthers at 6-6. They are at home, though the Panthers might have a chance. The Vikings at 4-7 versus the Seahawks at 8-3. So the Seahawks got to hold it down. Raiders 2-9 versus the Chargers 7-4. A lot of teams can get upset today, man. On upset alert, man. Broncos are 9-2. Versus the Commanders, they're 3-8. Can the Broncos keep it rolling? That's one of the good teams in the NFL, actually, man. I can stand tall and say we actually are good because there's not a lot of good teams this year, all right? Giants are 2-8 versus the Patriots 10-2, and Jackson Dart is back, man. So can the Patriots turn back into the Patriots? You know, Drake May turning back into the pumpkin we all thought he was? Hey, I don't know, man. Patriots is rolling, but we'll see. The Giants been upset alerting all year, you know what I'm saying? So let's go. And then the Jaguars versus the Titans, man. The Titans don't got no smoke for nobody. I never seen a first-round draft pick never be on TV, never get a highlight shown. I mean, damn, Cam Ward, can you do something, bro? Like, how are you the first-round pick and nobody knows you, man? And your team's like, well, you don't make no improvement on the team. But I said it. Don't draft Cam Ward. Y'all not ready for Cam Ward. I blame it on the Titans. That team wasn't ready for a rookie quarterback and for him to be looking good. I knew this was a failure, but this epic and not even no highlights from Cam Ward and people comparing them to the Mayo man. What was this, Will Levis? Like they said his stats was better than his. That's a bad look, dog. That's a bad look for sure. For sure. That's a bad look for you though. But yeah, man, let's get some odds and ends in, man. We gonna definitely get our odds and ends because you know we love the betting world. We're gonna see what I could get right, what I could get wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's the part I love of the show. It don't matter if I'm right or wrong. I love doing this part. Iceman says, did Lane Kiffin leave? He did. Ole Miss. Yep, dude is trying to make like LeBron decisions. Kiffin is a punk. I think he's a punk for that too, man. I hate that you brought that up so late in the show, man, because I meant to go over that, but you know, just got ahead of myself with the time. But yeah. For real, Lane Kiffin, man, what is this, man? Who bails out on a team? What kind of loyalty is this? But, you know, I mean, coaches never had loyalty, but now the NIL is out. The players don't got no loyalty. So I just don't think anybody gives a damn in college football. It's free for all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever. Somebody offers you some money, I'm out. It don't matter when. It don't matter if my team's ranked number 7th and we might make the playoffs. I don't give a damn about what's in their mentality, what's in their heads as we go into the playoffs. I'm leaving for the cheese, and I'm going to LSU. I'm making a lateral move too, man. I mean, LSU usually wins shit once they get a new coach, but still, though, LSU be just bullying shit, man. That's a crazy story, man. That is crazy. But yes, I seen it this morning, kind of right before the show. it was a mystery all weekend. But yeah, Lane Kiffin is definitely supposed to sign his paperwork coming up soon to be the Ole Miss head coach. I mean, the LSU head coach. I wonder what he'll do, if he'll resign right away and let somebody take over, or if he'll finish the season. Who knows? But it's definitely a wild-ass situation right there, man. It's a wild-ass situation. But yeah, let's get into odds and ends. This is where I freestyle my picks on the games, man. No matter if I'm right or wrong, let's have some fun with this, man. But a lot of times, man, I be hitting, man. So I'm going to pick each team by the spread, and I'm going to go over and under. So yeah, man, it is the Underground Sports Show, man, and this is odds and ends, you know what I mean? So, hey, don't sleep, man, because I'm picking these games, bro. I guarantee you, I'm hitting some of these joints. Yeah. Odds and ends, baby. On the Underground Sports Show, we out of here after this, you know what I'm saying? It's game time. Make this quick as I can make it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get my team together. Yeah, first up, man, we got the Carolina Panthers at home, but they are the big underdog against the Los Angeles Rams, who are 9-2. It is a -10 spread, and man, Carolina ain't been looking good lately. Which Bryce Young is going to show up? They are at home, so I hate the 10 points, but the Rams been cooking and cooking and cooking. So you got to take the Rams -10. Go out there and get out on the Panthers for me, man. Sorry for the Panthers, man. You know y'all my boys, but it is what it is. Over and under 45, man. Look here. Bryce Young might wake up a little bit. They definitely going to give him the ball back a million times by scoring. So I'm going to go slightly over 45, man. All right, up next, Tampa Bay is at home against the Arizona Cardinals, and they've given the Arizona Cardinals 3.5 points. They are the underdog, man. So yeah, can Arizona ruin Tampa Bay's day? I don't think so. I'm taking Tampa Bay. Well, you know what? No, this is going to be a good game, man. Tampa Bay is going to hang in there. I'm taking them as the underdog at -4 points. Let's do that. And 44.5 is the over-under. I'm going over 44.5. Two good offenses, two bad defenses, man. What can you say? All right. Next up, Atlanta Falcons versus the New York Jets. Like I said, so many bad games, but you got to bet anyway, man. Atlanta is a -3 favorite in this game, even though New York is at home. Let's see what the Grits Blitz can do today, man. It's a tough one, man, but I'm going to take Atlanta -3. Go ahead and handle that for me, man. No quarterback, though. Kirk Cousins, go ahead and show out today, man. Do your thing, man. Over and under 38. I'm going over 38 just because that's just so low, man. Up next, New Orleans Saints versus Miami Dolphins. Miami is a 5.5 point favorite at the crib, and I don't really know about that, man. I like Tyler Shock, you know. Olave's a little banged up, but I think he should play today. So yeah, man, let's go New Orleans Saints, man. 5.5 points is too much. Over under 41. I'm gonna go over that too. All right, so up next, you got the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. Actually, a real good game right here, man. Houston Texans trying to get back into the division. The Colts, man, they've been beating teams, but they lose every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. They got the Colts -3 favorite, so I don't know about that. That defense is really good, but I'm going to go Houston on this one, man. I don't think they can beat them by more than a field goal. Let's go, man. Over and under 45.5. I'm going to go under that, man. Houston plays some good defense out there, all right? Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Tennessee Titans. We know how this is going to turn out. Jacksonville been blowing some teams out too, man. So Jacksonville's a -6 favorite. Even though the Titans at home, we'll take that. Go ahead and beat them by a touchdown. Over and under 42.5. I'm going to say under that today, though, man. I don't want to, but no, I'm lying. Let's go over 42.5. Up next, you got San Francisco versus Cleveland. We talked about this. This is Shador's game against his dad's old Super Bowl team. And even though Cleveland's at home in the wind and the rain and the snow and all that, they are not the favorite, man. The San Francisco 49ers, all the way from the West Coast, are a -5 favorite, man. So, hey, man, I don't know about that, man. I'm taking Cleveland at +5, over and under 35. They must be accounting for the weather, but I'm going to just go over that, man. 35 is hella low, man. Let's see what happens. All right, up next, Minnesota Vikings versus Seattle Seahawks, who I like a lot, man. But I like Minnesota too, man. I mean, 4-7 is bad, but I don't know, man. They like to buck up a little bit. This is a division game. Seattle's -12 at home. So, no, I'm not taking Seattle as much as I like them. I'm taking Minnesota to at least hang in there, man. Over and under is 42, and I'm definitely going over 42, man. Really good receivers in this game. Quarterbacks, not on both sides, but one of them is going to get jiggy. So, yeah, we'll take that. Up next, Raiders versus the Chargers, man. And the Chargers are a -10 favorite against the Raiders. And what else we supposed to do but take that, man? Let's just take that over to Vegas and get that over with. Over and under 40.5. We're going to go over 40.5. Up next, what you've been waiting for, Bills versus Steelers at 425, baby. The Buffalo Bills got the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. And the Buffalo Bills are favored, even though the Steelers at home, and everybody would assume that, right? -3. I'm going to take the Bills at -3. I don't know why, man. I mean, I just don't know if the players are going to step up for the Steelers, man. Aaron Rodgers is banged up a little bit. Buffalo Bills defense is a little scrappy, but James Cook, I don't know, man. I think they're going to go through James Cook. They got to get smart today, right? Buffalo -3. I don't really want to go against my boys. Over and under 45. Let's go under that for real. But let's see, man. It's a bet. It is what it is, man. I'm still saying go Steelers, though, man. Steelers going to squeak this out. I would love to be wrong. Up next, Denver Broncos versus the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are 3-8, and the Denver Broncos are 9-2. Now, the favorite obviously is the Broncos -6, so I'm gonna just take that. Over and under 43. I'm gonna go over 43.5. We'll take that too. All right. Next is the New York Giants versus the New England Patriots. New England Patriots are -7.5 favorite in this game, and I disagree, man. I'm gonna go take the Giants at +7.5. Over and under is 46.5. That's a little high. I like these two defenses. So yeah, under 46.5. All right, and that's it for the rest of the games, man. That's all we got today. We had a whole bunch of games over the holidays, so it's a short list, man. Yeah, that's what it is on odds and ends, man. We got 7 minutes till game time. So yeah, man, get your teams ready, your fantasy team, whatever you got to do to get shit ready for the game, man. That is odds and ends on the Underground, and yes, we are up out of here, baby. The Underground Sports Show, man. Thanks for hitting the like button if you did. If you didn't, go hit the like button, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Definitely appreciate all my callers, man. Great calls, man. All the knowledge, all the good stuff, man. We got Mike Tomlin on the hot seat. We gonna see. We got 6 games left, man. It could get ugly. It could get sweet. I got a little bit of faith. But yeah, man, don't knock me for picking the Bills -3. I don't even know what I'm doing, man. I don't like that line, though. I really don't, man. I think it should be +1 or something like that, but it is what it is, man. All right, man, we out of here, man. It's the Underground Sports Show. It's your host, Filthy Rich, man. Don't forget, like I said, hit the like button, all that good stuff, man. We out of here. Ow, it's the Underground.
Yeah, it's the Underground. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. Yeah, it's the Underground. It's the Underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks. First down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the Underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, 4th down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip the coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the bars, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. 4th down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the Underground, it's the Underground, it's the Underground, yeah, it's the Underground. You better pass. You better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. Yeah, it's the Underground. It's the Underground. You better pass. You better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done.
See y'all at 425, man. Y'all better be ready, baby. It's the Underground Sports Show. We out of here, man. Like I said, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that. Definitely share the channel, man. Look out for me, baby. Feeling that. Let's go.